Yo, what's up guys? We're back in here with another video. We're gonna be watching how I got a Honda for under $2,000. In this economy, it's hard to get a car for $2,000. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I already know this shit gonna be fucked up. I got my car for $10,000 and that shit felt like an arm and a leg. So let's get into it.
If I told you I bought a 2016 Honda
See,
Accord
look, 2016
for
Honda
less than $1,000,
Accord.
you'd probably look at me like,
less than 1,000? The video says 2,000. Okay, sir.
What's wrong with that car? You see, this car has been neglected, abused, and downright not taken care of, and it doesn't do the main thing it was made to do. Drive. Problem is, fit it in gear and nothing happened.
Oh, fuck. Hey, you know what? I had that same problem, that same exact problem with my transmission on my Nissan. And you know what I did? I got a better card, an Acura TL. Better card.
I got it really cheap for that reason,
I'm
but
just saying.
there's also a dirty interior in this thing that kind of destroys the value of this car in general. It also stinks.
The interior is terrible.
But the good news is,
it starts!
the engine runs pretty good, even though we got a check engine light. Now all that makes this a cheap, easy, quick flip for me, but doing it Honda's way will cost thousands of dollars and probably outweigh the worth of this thing in its current state. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I take very little money, pour it into this vehicle, and make it worth thousands once again. Hondas used to be bulletproof. The old ones, you could drive them for 300,000 miles, change the oil with canola oil, and they'd still start. But newer Hondas, different story. They have cheaper materials, over-engineered electronics, and worst of all, a dreaded CVT transmission. It's like they build them to break nowadays. And before you Honda fanboys come after me in the comments, let me break it down with this Accord right here. Fit it in gear and nothing happened. This thing does not move. Nada. Zip. Toasted transmission. And normally I would just rebuild it. But guess what? Honda doesn't sell the parts. The dealer wants over $3,000 for a brand new transmission. And even though this car's KBB is over 3 times that, in its current state, I doubt I'll get anywhere near $3,000 for it. And even with a brand new transmission, I guarantee I'll only get $4,000 to $5,000 with it, looking how the seats look and how the outside looks as well. With the current financial situation and the state of this car, here's what I did to fix it. I called up my local junkyard and I found a low mileage good transmission. Now this is not ideal, but if it's low mileage enough, it's going to be the closest thing I can get to OEM quality at half the price. And heck, it basically comes with the same thing I can use transmission. Now this is not ideal, but if it's low mileage enough, it's...
What is that? I can't tell what car that is, but bro got a nice car right there.
Going to be the closest thing I can get to OEM quality at half the price. And heck, it basically comes with the same warranty. With the solution in place, now we can tear this thing apart. But peacefully, so we can get it back together and we can drive it.
Wait, hold on. When was this video made? Oh, it was 3 weeks ago.
And this is where all of our problems lie. I'm about to show it to you. Now I'm interested to see what's wrong with this CVT and why Honda makes them so mysterious. Really interested to see what's wrong with this thing.
CVTs are so bad. They're literally the worst transmission ever.
Oh yeah, this belt's broken, look.
Oh, the belt's broken.
I can already see it in there.
I wonder if this is what happened to my car when I had it.
The belt broke.
Oh shit.
There we go. Alright, you ready for it?
Oh damn. Ooh, that's a lot of pieces.
Destroyed. Destroyed belt. Look at all these. There's nothing left of that belt. Oh my. So here's your belt.
Damn. A lot of that shit.
Just trash.
I wonder if this is the exact thing that happened to my car, bro.
You know, the pulleys don't feel, they feel a little bad. They don't feel all that bad. There's a little scoring on them. Yeah, so you could probably get these pulleys out and put a new belt on it if you really wanted to, but you can't buy a belt, right? And if there's anybody out there, let me know. Like if you're selling or you're fixing these Honda CVTs, like if there's something I don't know, very well possible. You can fix this.
Fuck no.
Let me know.
That's why I would never go back to fixing my car. Look how you have to to fix your car in general. You have to have a lot of equipment. Not only do you have to have a lot of equipment, you have to know what you're doing. And then on top of knowing what you're doing, there's so much shit you have to buy, and like it just takes so much fucking time. I'm so glad I got my car I have now. Thank God. That was the most stressful time in my life, bro. I hope I never have to go back to that ever again. Never have to go back to that again.
Why are we playing around with Chinese-made CVT belts and pulleys and charging $3,000 per unit? And these things, they don't last like the old ones do. Why don't you just keep the old ones? Is it really that much more fuel efficient? You know, I like to be able to fix things. I like to be able to take things apart, put them together, and fix them. That's what makes a mechanic, to be able to take something out like this, say, oh, look, here's the problem. Now I can fix it. But my only solution now is I'm just a glorified parts changer. That's it. That's what they're trying to make mechanics. They're trying to make us glorified parts changers. You don't need to worry about why the part failed. You just need to know how to take it in and out of the car. And that's why people are leaving this business and they don't want to work on your car. And that's why in the future, you're going to be driving a car one day and it's going to break down and there's not going to be anybody that's going to go able to fix it. BC5A. I want you to go on Google, type in BC5A transmission rebuild kit. Go online, go search it. See if you can find some parts to fix this thing. You'll see reseal kits and stuff, but there's still coming.
Let's actually search that. Let me actually go search that real quick. I found one. Okay, I found one, bro.
Go search it. See if you can find some parts to fix this thing. You'll see reseal kits and stuff, but they're still coming from China. But you will not find one of these belt assemblies, which is the whole...
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see the belt assembly.
So, Honda, if you keep wanting to make junk like this, I'm just going to keep buying it cheap when it breaks, putting junkyard parts in it and flipping it. I'm not going to buy your junk. Well, it's no wonder this thing wouldn't move. We had a broken CVT belt, and I figured that was the problem. Now, here's my issue with Honda. I could clearly get this transmission apart, but Honda makes it impossible to get back together because they don't sell parts. And even if you go online and look for parts, the only place you can find them is overseas in China. Which got me thinking, maybe this whole transmission is made in China. And maybe Honda is just selling them at one big markup. And maybe, just maybe, that's why these cars have these transmissions now, and the older cars had way more durable shifting units that lasted for years. Now, there is people out there that rebuild CVTs, but I have never heard of anybody rebuilding these Honda CVTs. I have called all around the country and have yet to find somebody that has parts or has cracked one of these things open, rebuilt it, and put it back in the car successfully. So comment below and let me know if you've done so. But now it's time to do what Honda never expected me to do. Fix this thing without buying a single thing from them. With no way to fix our destroyed transmission here on the bench, we now got this good used one on the jack with a new filter ready to go in the car. And all we got to do is fasten up some bolts, put everything back together, and then we should be ready to drive this thing. One thing that hasn't changed much from the earlier years is how Honda mounts their...
You know what? Now I think about it. Was that easy to fix my car? That part of my car on my Nissan?
Transmissions and engines up in the car. Now the starter's a little different, and I don't like the design of it now. And the engine is a little smaller, and I'm not a huge fan of that either. But at least it's easy to get in and out of the car, especially when you have a lift. So we bolt the subframe up, put the tires on, and hook everything up on top of the transmission, fill it up with fluid, and now it's time for the moment of truth. Alright, I believe I got everything back where it's supposed to be. Now it's time to start this thing up and make sure I did everything right.
I see the moves.
Sounds pretty good. So you lift this thing up, you gotta have the transmission warm. And there's not really a way to do this without getting fluid on your hand. And that's a little more than probably should be in there. We're gonna get it
bone dry.
Right there is that what it should be doing. Kind of like that. All right. Get it right before it trickle. They take about 7 quarts, for those wondering. I put 8 in it. All right, we got this thing full on fluid after a lot of work to do that. We had to put multiple quarts than it said in it. Yeah. And we had to check it multiple different times. It's a process, but we got it done. And
I don't miss doing this shit.
To take this thing down the road now. especially since it has really good engagement and it moves backwards and
I
forwards.
never was a
on
real
it.
mechanic,
After
but
a
like
whole
doing
lot
this
more
shit is
fluid
annoying,
than
bro.
ProDemand said it was. We got this thing finally full of transmission fluid, topped off the oil because it's got a few leaks. We'll fix those after we make sure that transmission's operating okay. That's what we're about to do right now. We're gonna close the hood, we're gonna back this thing out, and we're gonna drive it down the road. And we don't even have a check engine light on. I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's
That's all it
take it down
took?
the road and see how this thing actually drives.
You actually gonna flip this shit?
No cars coming. Here we go. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, it's always crazy driving these cars for the first time when they've just been sitting in the lot because they don't move. You finally get to hear all the wheel bearings, all their tire noises, and find out if the brakes actually work or not. The brakes on this
Terrible, probably.
are a little shaky.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, this car drives like a dream. Overall, we're in good health so far. I can't say it shifts well because CVT transmissions don't really shift. They just kind of gradually increase gear ratio as you drive down the road, and this one is a nice smooth acceleration, kind of feels almost like a Tesla. But we know it's gas powered. We got the alignment pretty straight and everything. It seems like it's gonna do okay.
You know, as you saw, he did transform the car. He did, you know, it is a car for under $2,000. Would I personally do this shit? If I had the tools and equipment and time, yes. I think anybody would. But to be honest with you, I don't have the time, and I don't have the equipment, and I don't have the tools. So no, I would not do this shit. I used to do stuff with my car, and I hated that shit. That shit was fucking dreadful. That was like the worst shit you could possibly do. Especially when you have work the next day and you're just busting your ass on a car for your only day off. Dude, shit is terrible. But yeah, that's the end of that video. I'm gonna catch you boys later. Peace. Better watch my fucking video all the way, motherfucker.